Guys, let's see what I'm going to do next here. Let's see what we got here. Sport Chief RT. Pegs, no floorboards. So this is not one I would normally ride, to be honest, but I think I'm going to take it for a quick spin. And let's check this out. It's the Sport Chief. I don't know what RT means. Powered by the Thunderstroke 116, 4-inch ride command, 3 ride modes. Bars with 6-inch ride, solo gunfighter seat, piggyback rear shocks, which of course I'm not adjusting those. And it's got a stereo system on this one. Here, you've got this little screen here. Alright, I think I'm going to try this one. Just want to sit on this and see if I want to take it. Now this is not normally my kind of feel. My arms are most fully extended. These go up and down. There. I'm not so big on these handlebars, but maybe I'll give it a shot. Let's check out these ride modes. Come on now. It's taking a long time to boot up here. Trying to make sure this is in the ride mode that I want. Now this is the same ride command. It's in sport mode. I'm glad I checked. Now I got to figure out how to get it out of there. Here, I'm going to put it in standard mode. And then see how this feels. This definitely feels different than my bike. Ooh, this feels different. So my arms are straight ahead. It's all wind because of a different type of windshield. I don't think I could ride for long with my arms extended like this. And I have learned that I have come to like floorboards. And you see here, you got these little, I'm surprised they go up and down like that. You got 2 others over here being tested. You see these go up and down, and with my boot, I was kind of getting caught on those. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think this riding position is for me. I feel like I'm leaning forward to reach these bars that are out there. And the feet, I also like floorboards, and man, getting the rear brake in action. I'm sure my muscle memory would get there eventually, but right now it feels really odd. saw one guy turn. He didn't get on the interstate. I'm not so sure I need to get on the interstate with this one. This bike only has... Oh, never mind. I'm not testing the music. I can see why people like these bikes. I just don't think this type of bike is for me. But it feels very nimble, and if I had slightly longer arms, upper torso, I'd probably really like this sort of handlebar. You're not all hunched over, that's for sure. It's making sure you're not riding in a... Well, you are kind of hunched over, I guess, because I'm leaning forward. It's just a different type. I'm not slouched, but I'm leaning forward into it, which to me, I don't know that I would feel comfortable for an extended time riding this bike. And that's why it's not a touring bike, right? Man, like upshifting and downshifting. Ugh, God. Is not feeling so great. It's just because I'm not used to the position on it. I mean, I guess this is a forward position. I don't know. Doesn't... I feel really hunched up. Man, everywhere around now smells like dope. I guess I'll go on the interstate. Like, I'm really struggling to get my foot back under when I'm changing the gears. I think if this was my bike, I'd have to widen the gap because my boot is getting stuck. I wonder if I could turn here, and if that road runs into... Well, that's a shopping center, I guess. All right. My feet definitely touch the ground, so if you're a shorter rider, as am I, both of my feet, in fact, my knee is bent. Boy, you see those front shocks? I don't know if you picked up on that. But you can see both of my knees are bent with feet on the ground here. They got some front shocks, which are better than the Scout I had. This is their little solution to music up here. I'm not sure I guess maybe it doesn't have a radio. You just got to pair your own music to it or something. Oh, man. Yeah, I definitely like floorboards. I wonder if this road... I just don't know my way around here, so I guess I'll stick to the road I know. We're gonna get on 64 East here. I would imagine this bike is not going to be super comfortable for me out on the interstate. And let's see. You know, I've gotten used to the bigger bike. All right, we're riding along. Do you guys think that little fairing up front does much, or windscreen, whatever it is? Well, because the windscreen doesn't create buffeting, this is actually just good old wind in my face, or in my helmet's face, so that part's fine. You know, it's not buffeting because there is no windshield. And it's easier to maneuver than I thought it would be. It's got 6 gears. Again, we're on the Indian Sport Chief. My right foot is resting nicely on that little peg, and I can hover over the rear brake as desired. My left foot, it's like rubber on rubber, and when I go to downshift, I have to like yank my foot out of there. Not my favorite bike of the day, but I know there's people who would love this bike. Younger people, taller people, people with better backs than mine, broader shoulders. I'm all busted up. Not sure what sort of info you guys would have wanted to know about these bikes on the videos. Somebody had given me advice on my first demo days to take notes, because when you got back home, you wouldn't remember what you liked and you didn't like. So, this video is basically my notes that I'm just sharing. You know, you can look specs up on the internet and stuff, but there's no substitute for getting on one and riding one. And I really appreciate the Newport News folks letting us just go out on our own. I'm doing a loop they suggested but did not require, which I really appreciate. They said you can go wherever you want. Just have it back in about 30 minutes, and really cool, laid back. Not the case at Fredericksburg, and Dulles was the first demo days I ever did, and they did it the same way we do here, which I really appreciate. Yeah, but definitely if you're shorter, this bike would be a good one for you. Boy, I tell you, when I did that first demo days, I was so nervous about being on a bike that was not my own. Now I'm just somewhat nervous. Little self-conscious I was back then, particularly about people watching me, because I knew my skills sucked. They're not great now, but they're better than they were back then. Such a busy area, you gotta be careful. Like, to me, this is not quite as nimble feeling, but I know it must be. You know, chalk some of that up to rider inexperience, you know. You know, I'll always admit that you could easily criticize my skills, and to some people this bike would be uber nimble because they would lean into it the right way. Are you getting over or not? Good Lord. Turns up here. Alright, so that's the Sport Chief. We're going to pull back in here, and boy, the front shocks, when you hit those brakes, boy, you can feel those front shocks are doing their job. I do wish my U-turn ability was a little better. I'm pretty weak on the U-turns. Let's see. All right, that's a Sport Chief. There's a look at the bike once again. Nice dark look. I like kind of the chrome look, but I know there's some people that like that. All right, and then again the dark look here. And that's it.